welcome back to another huge week of Oz American Aces NRL. I'm Renee Gartner and I'm joined by Aaron Woods and Ash Wicks and, of course, the great man in Queensland, Brent Tate, will kick you off very early. I know it's a really tough life you've got up there on the Gold Coast, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Just staying near the casino, actually, and I kid you not, I walked into the casino, had a quick glance over the desk, and they've got all these pictures of people that are banned for life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Picture of our man Ash.
Yeah, mate.
Barred for life.
Untold, that story. Thank you very much.
And it will stay untold,
It
really.
will stay untold.
I love how before the show he's like, this is going
Too
nowhere.
language.
Tatey straight away under the
Straight
bus.
into it.
Poor old Ash. Yeah, we'll just keep that one off air. Yeah. Bang.
I know. Thanks, mate.
Cop that.
Appreciate that.
Take it, mate. Yeah, it was good.
Game, set, match, Tate.
One of the most memorable nights of my life, that one. It was like 20 years ago, but I still remember it.
Obviously,
Wow.
his setting is, I was like, let Ash get over that one. Origin's been done and gone, but there's a fair bit of news headlines coming out of Queensland at the moment. First and foremost, I'd love to know what you thought of Desi getting the big win on his 500 for the Titans over in New Zealand.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he got the win, to be honest. I thought it was all for the Titans to go over there and have an upset. Obviously, he's a legend of the game, Desi, and he's been around a long time. So for him to get up that 500 games and for the the Titans boys to get a win for him, it was good. So really proud of him. Proud of the Titans to getting it done. And it was a big upset, but it was there's a few upsets over the weekend that probably surprised a few.
Tate, I've got a question for you on the Titans. This is for next year leading into, obviously, the 26th season. You got Keanu Kinney coming back from neck surgery, so obviously he probably won't play the rest of this year. You've got AJ Brimson on the books. You've got Jaden Campbell. Are we going to have an opportunity where we see the Titans try and move one of those blokes on? Because they all like to play fullback and three doesn't fit into one.
You're right, mate. And I don't know the ins and outs of it. And, there's still plenty of talk around, whether Desi's going to be there next year and, guys incoming and how that looks. So, one thing I do know, mate, is the Titans roster has got plenty of upside in it. There's a lot of good, talented young guys in that roster. And it's a roster that, as a coach, you'd want to, take a hold of it, I'd reckon. So, interesting to see what happens there, mate. I really like Jaden Campbell as a six. I think he's got a real future playing in the six jersey. I think he's been playing in the halves the last few weeks and doing a really good job, mate. I think he'd flourish in the six jersey. That's my opinion. But yeah, it'll be it's going to be interesting to see what unfolds at the Titans over the next few weeks. But one thing I will say is that, mate, it's a good club. It's a club that needs to survive, and I hope they get it together and become a force because, playing footy on the Gold Coast, I don't think there'd be a greater place to do that and be successful.
No, you're right, Tate. It's a great place just to be up at, and obviously you get to train there every day. There's another report out this week was actually Beau Fermor. He played Origin 1, that there could be an opportunity if they wanted to move him on. And I see this as a really weird one because, like you said with the Des Hasler, we're not sure if he's going to be coached next year. The new incoming coach, if they get one, might want Beau Fermor, but they've given it. I think there's talk that they're going to let him go and test the open market.
Yeah, mate, that's a shock. I haven't heard that, Woodsy, but mate, I think he's a wonderful player. Yeah. I think he represents, everything the Titans, would want to be. I think moving forward, he did get a taste of Origin this year. I think, certainly, his performances over the last couple of years, and he's had some injuries too, have been, outstanding. He's a good player. So, yeah, mate. It's a really difficult one to comment on because we just don't know the future of the club at the moment. So, but as I said, mate, it's a talented roster. Like there's plenty of upside in it. I think if they were to move Desi on, there's plenty of as an incoming coach, there's plenty to be excited about.
I reckon it'd be fair to say that they'd have a good idea on who the incoming coach was, and opinions had already been getting discussed over who they'd want on the books. I think that to leave it to the end of the season, I think it's going to be way too late when you've got players that are sort of stuck like that. So it'd be very interesting.
Especially with November 1 coming up, you'd want to have it, cement by then. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What about the Dolphins? It's been great to see them still thriving and surviving. They've been playing such an aggressive game of footy too.
No, I love watching the Dolphins at the moment. He's done such a good job, Wolfie, there, because, I hear plenty of clubs at the moment talk about injuries and probably use that as an excuse for a lot of their, reasons why they're on the, where they are on the ladder, but not the Dolphins. They've got a bigger injury list than anyone, and mate, they've just continued to thrive. So you're right. I think, where they are on the ladder, it's been through hard work. It's been through good coaching. It's been through good recruiting. And they've got real depth in their squad. And anyone who's ever come into that squad is, just sticking their hand up and playing well. Like Kurt Donahue, he's been thrust into that 13 jersey, mate. He has been outstanding. He's one tough mofo, that kid.
They got a few players back this week too. They've been doing it with so many injuries, and now they've got 3 pretty big guns back. It'll be interesting to see how they go. But they're definitely one of my favourite teams to watch play. My kid loves them too, so it's always good. Let's talk about the Cowboys really quick. Yeah. There's a lot about the Cowboys this week for me. Look, he scraped home over the weekend. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest game, mate, but when you've only won 1 out of 7 games, you take a win how you can get it. And in the NRL these days, I think, mate, any 2 points is so valuable, and, whether it's a scrappy win or not, you celebrate it because they're so hard to get. So, yeah, tough one for the Cowboys. They got home over the Dragons, but, mate, this, I guess, as a club too, they've got plenty of injuries and, guys not playing the greatest. But, Tommy Dearden, mate, if it wasn't for him, I don't think they would have won that game.
Pretty happy to see Jakey Clifford back in the lineup too, Tate. I reckon he's going to really help Tommy Dearden. Great kicking game, and he's been rewarded with an extra 1-year deal up there.
He has, mate. I think it's a good move from the Cowboys. I think if you look back to this, their season, they'd won sort of 5 in a row, and Jake Clifford was going great. He was, in the halves with Tommy Dearden, and then he dropped him and put Jackson Purdue at 6, and they sort of just haven't clicked since the Cowboys have lost plenty. So, mate, I think him back in the 6 jersey really helps. I think it really takes a bit of pressure off Tommy Dearden as well. So, and he's got a good kicking game. He's got a big kicking game, which I think the Cowboys have really missed. So, mate, that's a big in for the Cowboys if he's fit and back into the side. So, it's a positive.
Yeah, I was really surprised that there was talk even just a couple of weeks ago about Clifford and the Raiders, and I was like, why would you let him go? He's super exciting to watch, and I think you're right. His kicking game's great. There's a young guy debuting this week born in Tanzania.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try and pronounce the name, if you don't mind. Mali Bitangane. Is that close?
You've done well, mate. You've done really well.
Thank you.
There was just such a long pause from Tatey then. I'm like, come on, man.
He was like, damn it. What do you make of this guy? Tell us a bit about him.
Yeah, mate, he come over as a 17-year-old. I think he's studying psychology, so he's super smart, Amali, and he's a really good kid, and he's worked really hard to get an opportunity. He's been playing at the Pride in the Queensland Cup, played 40-odd games there for them this year, over the last couple of years. So, mate, plays in the front row, will come off the bench and pack in the front row. So, good young kid, worked really hard to get his getting an opportunity, and yeah, I'm excited to see him play. But he does break the mould of a footballer, especially a front rower. No offense, Woodsy, but he's super smart.
Oh wow, there's not many of us, Teddy. Don't worry, mate. Speaking of front rowers, where are we at with Tamalalo and Jordan McLean? I think McLean might be a chance soon, but we haven't seen Tamalalo for a while this season.
Mate, he's hardly played. I think he's only played 4 or 5 games, and mate, the 4 or 5 games he did play, I thought he was excellent. So I think they rolled the dice a little bit, mate, and brought him back a little bit early with that calf, and he obviously re-injured it in the warm-up a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure when he's due back, but it can't come quick enough because, their stocks are low. They're dipping really deep into the barrel to, with the injuries that they've got. So, mate, I'm thinking they're going to want him back real soon.
There's a couple of big milestones, excuse me, coming up in this game as well too. Johnny Bateman, 300 games for both NRL and Super League, 100 Cowboys games for Tommy Dearden. But one question I wanted to throw to both of you, milestone games can either be good, bad or ugly. Have you guys had one, Tate in particular, one where you expected a milestone was going to be an absolute belter and went the other way, or?
Oh, you know what? I'd played in a few where we'd lost and really let them down, and it wasn't until Paul Green took over the Cowboys, and he used to make a real big deal of it and used to really celebrate it. And he's probably the first coach that I had that, I guess, wanted to make a big deal of it and, put a real emphasis on it. So ever since he took over, all the milestone games were good ones mostly after that. But yeah, I can't think of one in particular, but no doubt there would have been some floggings in there.
Oh, mate, I got a beauty. I played Cameron Smith's 400th one. We were just there to make the numbers up. They had everything. They had the ball, signature, everything done, ready to go for him. So, geez, that was a tough night to remember.
Oh, what was the point differential on that by the end?
No, it wasn't too bad. It was just you go down there, like, mate, the NRL want him to win. Everyone wants him to win.
Yeah.
It's a great story, and you know what? If I wasn't playing him that night, I would have wanted him to win as well. It was disgusting. Couple of 50-50s gone, yeah.
They won, yeah.
Oh, mate, did they win? Gives me nightmares.
400 games, come on.
That's a lot of
games.
It looked like he could play another 400. Yeah. He's a genius.
Well, Johnny Bateman, he debuted at 16 in the Super League. Like, for him to still be going around and sort of have 300 games under his belt, that's a lot of footy.
To be fair, Johnny Bateman looks like he's played 300 games.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but yeah.
What do you think about the Broncos, mate? Are they contention? Could we see them in the premiership?
Yeah, I definitely think so, mate. I don't think people are giving enough credit to Parramatta. Mate, Para the last few weeks have been outstanding. Every game they've played in, they've really competed hard and pushed every team. So I'm not surprised they beat the Bronx. There's been a lot of talk around Reece Walsh this week as well. I think he has to temper his game. He's got to get the balance right. If the Broncos want to win the comp, he's got to temper his game. He's got to find the balance. Because at the moment, he is costing them a few points, but they also wouldn't be in a position to win the game without him. So, it's a tough one for him, but he's got to find the balance. And if they want to win the comp this year, he's got to get that right. So. Yeah, good win by Para, and I still certainly think the Bronx can get it right and be deep into the end of the finals.
It's also good when the coach comes out and supports you, but also says he wants you to play the long game. So I think that's good what Madge has done. Payne Haas, Tate, he just looks like he's a little bit busted, a little bit wounded after the Origin series. They're coming up against Souths this week. I just thought that would have been a great opportunity to rest him. He has been getting needled up quite a fair bit, which has been pretty common knowledge. Do you think it was probably an opportunity where they could have just gave him that week off?
Yeah, mate. Well, again, I guess if it's something that he's carrying and he's doing it tough, absolutely. Mate, he's so important to that side, isn't he? And he's had a big season. He's had a big few years, to be honest. So, yeah, mate, absolutely. But sometimes, mate, those guys like Payne, they want to play, and sometimes you've got to take that out of their hands and make the decision for them. So. Yeah, look, I'm not sure how bad his back is, mate, but, I don't think a rest would hurt him going back into the deep into the finals anyway.
Yeah, I reckon if they'd have won against Para, they would have rested him, I think. Like, they're sort of now looking at okay, well, shit, we've got to win the next game to stay in contention for top 4 because they should have realistically on paper beaten Para. Para played great. Mitch Moses makes all the difference with his kicking. But yeah, I think if they'd have won that, maybe we would have seen Haas.
Well, do you reckon that opportunity is a big miss for Broncos making the top 4 now? Because you see Penrith jump them this week with the win that they had against the Tigers.
It is, mate. But Penrith, have got a tough run home. Yeah. I think they've got Bulldogs, Raiders, Storm. Melbourne. Yeah. So they do have a really tough run home. Look, certainly it would have gone a long way in ticking the box for the Bronx and getting into that top 4, but I don't think they're out of it. That's for sure. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks to see where all these teams position themselves. But I think we said a couple of weeks ago, if there's ever a year that a team's going to win it out of the top 4, I reckon it could be this year.
Geez, you're doing it tough when in the last 6 weeks of the competition you have to play Storm twice.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't you think that's wild that we've got last 6 weeks of the comp, Broncos haven't even played Storms and we'll just jam 2 of those games in, and that they've got South this weekend, then they've got Storm, then they've got a couple of weeks off and they finish the NRL season against Storm again.
They should just play them back to back in the same night.
Just get it done.
Just get it done in the same night.
Double header, both the same thing. It's got merit, Ash.
Yeah, thank you.
That's where the draw needs to be fixed up, seriously. Because you see some sides, some play Penrith, Melbourne, Roosters twice, and the other ones won't even play. They'll play them once.
It should just be a flip of the competition.
It's an unfair advantage. Yeah.
I think the Wars obviously just played Titans at home. They'll play Titans again in the next couple of weeks as well too. It's just I don't understand why they're playing again so close at the end of the season. But it is a really tough run home for. I think a lot of teams, especially when there's only like 1 or 2 points differential on that ladder.
I'll tell you what it is going to do. It's going to make this part of the season, I think the last few years where there's been a real lull after the Origin, but, mate, all teams at the moment are still competing for top 4 and top 8 spots. So I reckon, it's going to be a good run home for all the fans watching.
Tatey, who's your top 4 in order?
I'm going to go the Raiders, the Bulldogs. Who's coming third at the moment? Storm. And then I'm going to say the Bronx. I reckon the Bronx are going to sneak in.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might get that up on our PointsBet app as well too. But thank you so much for joining us again, Tatey. We really appreciate your Queensland input because we've got no idea down here.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's perfect one day. What is a beautiful one day? Perfect the next.
You don't even know, so shut up.
You've said it too many times. You've forgotten.
All right, mate. We'll see you next week. Look forward to the chat.
See you, Tatey.
See you,
Credit
Tatey.
on you, mate.
Geez, rule 101, don't tell Tatey anything off air that you don't want on air.
God. What a nightmare. What a nightmare.
We live, we learn. We
All
live,
good.
we learn.
Look, it's been the story's been told, but I don't like to tell it in its full
past.
capacity.
The past just comes back to bite you on the
It
backside.
does,
big fella.
doesn't it? It does, doesn't
Hey,
it?
we've all been there. What did you love about the last round, mate? Aside from having to lug your way out to
God.
watch Manly take on the
Look,
Bulldogs.
That would have been a massive high for you going to watch Manly on Sunday, wouldn't it?
Look, I took the kid. We went on an adventure. We took a bus, a ferry, a light rail, which, by the way, the light rail is so slow.
Oh, really?
It's good fun, but
Oh, I might as well walk.
think of the kids,
were late.
actually. Think of the kids.
The kids loved it. I mean, it was the first time Macy has ever been to a Manly game. She's my youngest. She just held her ears the whole time because it was so noisy from all the Bulldogs fans. So credit to the Bulldogs fan for turning the atmosphere on.
Love it.
And Oscar was the first time in a big stadium, so it was.
good on
And
him.
it's such a nice
Because he
stadium.
would have only been to Brookie.
Brookie, yeah. It's an amazing stadium. I don't know if you saw on my socials. He had a little sign that said "Go Coca-Cola."
Oh, yes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
he drew himself, and I drew an eagle on there, and I put it on my story. And Coca-Cola sent me a message, so he was pumped.
But you know what I loved as well? He had it up at the end of the game as well.
He had it up all game.
That is rock solid.
He didn't put it down. It was on an A4 piece of paper with 2 chopsticks at either end. And he lugged it from the Northern Beaches all the way to Allianz Stadium just to be disappointed.
Oh, didn't make it home.
Who said Manly fans don't travel?
Exactly.
There you go.
This kid does.
Yeah,
Tell you
I
right
like
now,
it.
he wants to go to every game. So, look, he was still pumped that he got to watch the boys play, and it was hard to watch that second half.
Yeah.
There was another video of me that came out that I was pretty much bag packed left and left everyone behind, and I was like, oh, I'm going. But that was a low. The rest of the week was pretty good. There was a couple of upsets, which is nice. I would say my favourite game was that Para game, Para Broncos.
Yeah, just because Broncos got beaten.
Yeah, that too. Look, I do like the Broncos, but my co-host on my other podcast is a big Brisbane supporter, so it's nice to get him to
Yeah,
lose.
that's true. I forgot about that.
But my favourite part was the pre-celebration from Madge. And then the disappointment of the try being taken off him.
Oh, yeah, they crossed him up in the
big smirk.
I had the biggest grin on my... I love that shit. It was like, he was like, laughing with his mates. And then has been told the bad news that unfortunately...
And you see his face.
He was like, oh, man.
Went back to Tigers match.
And it really opened up the conversation around on socials and everything about, pre-celebrations and dropping the ball over.
All the memes. Is it memes or memes? Whatever they're called.
Man,
What are they called?
old are you?
Just so everyone knows, Woodsy's 34.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
not
constantly
not
rattle.
54.
I'm not great on technology. You know that.
What are they called? Memes?
What
It's
are
a
they?
meme.
Memes.
What a mem.
Memes.
It's a meme.
Memes.
Someone make a meme about that, please. But yeah, that was. I loved that.
Can I give you my low of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Is
Is
it
it about a
memes?
referee?
No. Oh, the referee, mate. So I'll get to that next. Woodsy Sam game multi.
Oh,
I had the Roosters to win.
Oh yeah.
I had them, I think it was plus the start, over 49.5 points. Daniel Tupou to score a try. He scored the first try of the match.
Yep.
Sensational. They're up 30-28. 5 minutes to go. He has the ball in the hand, as all wingers do. All they have to do is put the freaking ball down. And he drops it over the try line. Cost me my Woodsy same game multi. Thanks to PointsBet. They'd be loving me because they took my money.
Oh man, that's brutal.
Hopefully they took some other people's money
Filthy.
at the same time.
Filthy.
I haven't won one all year. have I?
No,
Oh, no, I think I
no,
won
neither.
one. I think.
No.
I haven't yet. But that's one thing that kills me with multis is like you get the first one or the second one, you're like, yeah, I'm on here.
on
and
here.
then just to be let
Mate,
go.
and I was gonna pump the bunker up because they let a offside James Tedesco score a try, and that was going to help the multi. But then we ended up getting beat anyway.
Was it a forward pass? That last pass, I think.
I don't even know which one.
It was the
forward.
like right on the end of the game.
Square up, mate. Square up.
Which I think. I think it was a tad forward. It was you can't expect to, you know, like you can't whinge about that in the last 20 seconds of the game. You should have won the game earlier. That's
Yeah,
right, mate.
exactly.
They had their opportunities.
If you whinge about one pivotal moment in the game, it has to completely upset the whole rhythm of the game, or don't blame that
they were
because you shouldn't be in that position. You should be
Gus,
40 even play.
they were up 30-28. They should have scored in the corner.
Yeah.
The game would have
But
been
I'm not
over.
filthy about it at all.
No, no bitter pill lodged in your throat.
Prove me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. Was Teddy on the Triple M broadcast?
Yeah, the
On
big fella. He came and did a call with us on Friday night.
I know. I whacked it on, and I was like, hang on a minute.
He's doing a good job, Teddy. He wants to
Yeah,
get
I
in
thought
there.
it was
Good
good.
life after football.
Yeah.
Standard
Good, really good
footballer.
opinions too. Like really good analysis of the footy.
Okay.
Yeah. He carried you a
Are
bit.
you
was
feeling
great,
threatened?
yeah.
He carried you.
You threatened at all? Yeah.
Footy analysis, yes, but other stuff, come on, got him covered.
Yeah, I mean, you've got him on.
He's not
looks.
getting naked on TV.
Yeah,
No,
well, it's true.
not yet. He's not.
Very
He's not getting the sausage out.
You'll do anything. You'll do anything.
Hey,
Not as
I
much
know,
as you.
Very true.
I know we've already covered off a heap of the Queensland teams, obviously with Tatey
Yep.
before, but I'd love to sort of get your vibe on Panthers in round 12. They were last on the ladder. They have literally come in like a stealth jet that flew into Russia. It's like they've just come out of nowhere.
I'm going to throw something out there really
Okay.
quick. I reckon the Panthers are going to win the comp.
That'd be huge.
But the funny thing was, when we spoke about Panthers being last, no one actually said that they wouldn't make the 8 still.
Yeah.
Like everyone was
Like, no one
we were
completely-
all wary of it because, you know, Nathan missed a bit. There's a couple of players that missed a bit of footy in that period. I think Dylan Edwards was out. Scott Sorensen's been in and out of the side. They're just building nicely. Like they're still not attacking well.
Yeah.
They scored 36 points on the weekend, but it wasn't their attack. It was not only leaking 2 points, which was a penalty goal. And that's what the good sides do this time of year. They defend like the backside. They win games on defence.
I love seeing success in clubs and footy, but geez, it's going to kill me, particularly my brother-in-law as a Penrith supporter, if they come from last to winning this premiership and the gloating that will come.
I just feel it.
Astronomical.
I've honestly got a feeling they're going to get inside the 4.
Yeah, I think
That's huge.
Like I didn't think they would be in the 4. I actually had a bet here last week
Yeah.
that Broncos or Penrith could win it outside the 4. I think that loss on the weekend for the Warriors, that without James Fisher-Harris this weekend, and they got a couple others out as well. I think the Warriors are going to slip. I think Penrith are going to just sneak in there. And I'm telling you what, if I'm Canberra Raiders, I would be very worried about that first week of finals because you're going to have to come up against a Penrith side that we know the bigger the game, the better that those blokes play footy.
Yeah, they took all of that criticism from the start of the year where they're like, they're not the same anymore, and they've just turned it into fuel.
How can you
Simple as that.
how can you like criticize them when they've won 4 comps in a row?
I'm not going to criticise them. I just really don't.
I
Just-
think-
it's just too much success.
That's
It's like Queenslanders. They're becoming like the Queensland Origin team.
But they even had to be like unsuccessful for us to be like, oh, you know, like maybe they're done, and then they're like, no, we're not.
But you know what's
Yeah.
funny? Like when they
Boom.
were not going well, people were sort of feeling sorry for them. Won
I
4
wasn't.
comps.
Yeah, so,
You know,
yeah.
for me, it just felt weird that they were that low on the ladder
Yeah.
because it's like
No,
maybe-
because it's just got to even out at some stage.
I reckon they'll be there last week.
I'm on my own here.
I don't know if they'll win it.
I feel like
I
I'm
don't-
on
I
an
don't-
island on my own.
I don't know if they'll win it, but they'll be there grand final day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I reckon they're going to win the grand final. That's my prediction. I'm going to put money on it. Points
Okay.
bet.
All right. Well,
Responsibly, of course.
Yeah,
Already have,
responsibly.
mate. Already have. Got them a 380 last week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's to
it
make
was
the 4,
straight-
isn't
yeah.
it?
No, it's from
exactly.
the comp from
That's the
outside
win- from
yeah,
outside.
Yeah.
But
Odds are already up.
They're going to make it inside.
Unlucky. The odds were there already, but
Yeah, it was $3.80 last week. I don't
What
know
is it
it's
now?
paying
It's probably dropped right down.
Hard
Big
to
time.
say. Hard to say. I dead set. It would have been dropped down.
I better get on it.
Okay, well, what about Ash's favourite team? Sharks.
The
So,
Sharkies.
Like, what do we get every week? You have no idea. Every week, you are just literally sitting there, sucking in your thumb, rolling and rocking in the corner, going, who's turning up?
Yeah, and I feel like they're either the best team of the comp or like the worst team of the comp. And I think it doesn't take a very strong breeze to blow them over. Like, they were up against a depleted Souths team. We're talking the depleted, highly depleted, and to beat them, by 2 points?
I'll tell you a thing with that, Ash. Sometimes when you play against sides that you're really expected to win, especially when you look at the amount of reserve grade players that were playing, like you just, what we call it, you dip your toe in. You're not fully getting where your head shouldn't be. You know, you
play down.
Sometimes you're probably not pushing up in that extra position where you're like, someone in this team will lift for that moment and they'll get us across the line.
Yeah, okay.
I believe in the big games. I reckon Sharks are on the same level as Penrith and Brisbane. You wouldn't want to play them if they're on their day.
If you're saying that though, and you're saying when they play a team that's below them, they play down. Is it a worrying thing that 4 of their last 5 games are against teams sitting outside the 8 then? Because they're just going to...
Someone I always talk to is Wade Graham, and not whether it's the Sharks or anyone else, he reckons that, so the Panthers, they've got, the Raiders, the Dogs, the Storm. He goes, that is the final 3 games of the competition that I want, because you know you're going to be battle-hardened going into the finals. You know if you beat 2 or if you beat 3 of those sides, you know you can win the comp. You're going to have the belief from beating those sides. Sometimes you get a false read on yourself is, we beat, Tigers, we beat Titans, we beat Newcastle, but they're down the bottom.
Yeah.
And then, you're not always playing your best footy against those sides as well because you're looking ahead. You want to get to the semi-finals.
You'd also hate to get injuries during those games.
That's it.
If you're going to play against the top 3 sides, the last 3 rounds of the comp, and you get injuries, playing your hardest and trying to match it with those teams, you kind of like, that's going to happen. You're playing Newcastle Knights, no offence to Newey, but you play Newcastle Knights and you get 2 or 3 injuries, like key injuries from a game that's like, it should be an easy beatable game. You sort of dudded yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting when they do come up against, they got the Cowboys this week. They're 10th on the ladder. How do they approach this game? It's at home. I personally think if it's the Sharks that want to make a statement, they should go out there and absolutely give it to them. But they're a hard side to get a read on at the moment. But defensively... they restricted the South. I know the South didn't have many, gun weapons. Latrell wasn't playing Cody Walker, but they still did the job in restricting them to 2 tries. And one of the tries wasn't a try.
Yeah.
But their side is just hard to get a read on, but Fitzy is a good coach. I reckon next couple of weeks we'll find out where the Sharks are.
Yeah, well, they're definitely going to have to start punching up rather than punching down.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's jump into the which game and why. Thursday night, we kick off with the Eels taking on the Storm. Can the Eels cause another upset 2 weeks in a row?
I think it'll be closer than what people think, this game. Munster's back. Paps is back as well. But I just love the kicking game of Mitch. I think he's probably one of the most influential players, if not the most influential player in the competition, respectively to his side. When he plays... Players around him are better, and I really think he's going to lift the Eels this week. I don't think they win, but I reckon they have a red-hot crack at the Storm.
Has Jonah Pezzett been named? Is he back in the starting squad?
Yeah, I think he is back in the team.
Will he make a big difference coming back in? We've missed him for a while.
And there's a lot of talk on Pezzett at the moment because obviously with what's happening at with the Jerome Hughes re-signing. Yeah. So with that, it gives him an opportunity to be on the open market now. The halfback is actually Wishart. Pezzett's on the bench as 14, so we're going to get an opportunity to see where Pezzett's at. But from all accounts and all people you hear from down there, he's one of the next big things. Yeah. And you can just tell by the amount of clubs that want to have a crack at him, especially now knowing that he can be on the market. It's a funny one, but because Braith Nasser is his manager.
Okay.
Braith's got Munster. Braith's got Pezzett. Munster's been linked to Bears. And you can't have all your spine members on $1 million. You got Paps who's nearly on $1 million. Hughes will be on $1 million. Harry Grant, they're looking to re-sign as well. So something's got to give. And if I'm Melbourne, I don't know what's got to give because Munster is one of my favourites.
He's Munster. It's Cameron Munster.
It's been a war. Sorry.
If Cameron Munster can't play for any other team, full stop. You can't he's iconic.
That's it.
Melbourne
Storm, Queensland. That's all you think of Cameron Munster.
Yeah.
It's been a war of words with Danny Wilder and Paul Kent in the media because I think Kenty came out and said that there's whispers that he's going over to WA, et cetera, and then Danny Wilder's come out and gone, there's been no mail saying that he's going there. He's wants to be a one-club player, and Cam Smith backed it up and said one-club player as well.
I think the Bears they're going to have a crack at everybody.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make your priority marquee signing, Munster's the man I'm going for, straight, because he's a bloke that can attract players around that probably might come for, instead of getting 500, they might come for 450 or 400. He's that good of a player.
But do you want to target someone who's like a Munster, which is amazing and no shade on Munster, or someone who's got much better game management?
You need a name.
Okay.
No Happy, no Jerome Hughes now. They're all signed up. Like away.
If
Dylan Brown.
If Adam Reynolds is 5 years younger, if Adam Reynolds is 5 years younger, and on the market, do the Bears target that?
Yeah, you go from straight away.
Yeah,
you go from straight away.
I think they need a game manager.
We need to get someone from the Bears on. I'm going to try and organise that in the next week
yet,
or so. I know, but I just want to get them on just
They're
to
not allowed
just
to sign anyone yet.
No, but I'd like to see if there's any mail, some any whispers or anything for them. We'll suss it out.
Yes, but that's a big one, and that's Mao's job. I think that's why Mao's been named as coach over there.
Yeah,
he'll attract people too, right? Because there's so many players that come out and say, I'd love to be coached by Mal. So,
all right, let's kick on Friday night. We start with the Warriors taking on the Dolphins over in New Zealand.
Dolphins.
I think Dolphins win this well.
Wow, okay.
They're coming off the bye.
Warriors have been holding it together.
No disrespect
with
to Warriors. Like, you look at Fisher Harris, Metcalf, Mitch Barnett, Wade Egan's been ruled out with the HIA, the stand down 11 days. I just think it's just a big hill for them to get over.
It's sold out again, isn't it?
Yeah.
That game.
Oh, they're the best fans.
How many games have they sold out this year? All of them?
No, they
sold out
all
everyone
last
year. Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Oh, it's so good to see, mate.
It's good to see the Wires doing well. Like, I know that they're struggling at the moment, but it's good to see them up there. So
I hope they stick through.
But I think the Dolphins win that comfortably.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Broncos and South. It's literally a Maguire and Bennett swap over.
It's also got a little little of last week
coach.
about it too, where it's like.
Well, I did say Sharks would win and win well, but Wayne going up there, he'll have the boys fired up. I reckon Brisbane win, but I'm not confident of it by how much.
Yeah, I reckon Brisbane win as well, but I don't know.
All right, keep it short.
They'll have a point to prove after last week, surely.
All right, Saturday we've got 3 games, and we kick off with the Titans versus Panthers.
Panthers will do. Yeah. They'll just do what they did last week. They'll just suffocate the Titans and win. I reckon 20-6 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
Dragons versus Raiders. Now I know Ash, you have you picked this one? Is this
I have
Ash?
picked
Is this
this
all you?
one.
For the would you back it? We may as well get that while we're at it.
I was watching it. I was sort of looking around this morning, around places. Deep. I was looking deep.
Into the soul.
Deep into my soul. And I thought, how many games have the Raiders won straight, which deservingly so. They've been very good, but they need a loss before going in.
Oh, you need them to take a bow before they...
You can't go into finals on their run
There's
streak.
still 6 weeks.
I know, but I think this is a good opportunity for the Dragons to turn what, like they lost by 2 points or something the other day.
They just can't.
But they're another one that have been pilfered with injuries.
Yeah, but they can't. They just. I feel like they owe it to their fans at home. I feel like it's got everything for me where it's like, okay, if the Raiders lose this one, then they can go, right, we've got 5 weeks or whatever to concentrate now on building back up from a loss to go into the finals. If they...
He's going to say this every week for the next 6 weeks.
How did you know?
Because we can read you like a book.
Damn it. But I think they need a loss.
Okay.
And I think the Dragons are desperate. They're desperate.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I just don't know if they're the side to have. But anyway, this is your wood.
Yes.
Sorry.
So it is my wood. I am gonna back it. I'm gonna go Dragons to win. I'm gonna go Sloan 2+ tries.
Okay.
Ooh. And what was my other one? Corey Allen, anytime try scorer.
Wow.
Well, that's good. Sloan he's nailing it at the moment. Registered 6 tries in the past 4 matches, including 2 doubles. Then you've got Corey Allen, who's played 2 matches at Wynn Stadium this season and scored a try in both of them. So they're
Thanks
great.
to Statmate.
Yeah.
That one. And Sloan in full flight is.
He's one of those runners that just looks so smooth.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Him, the hammer.
Geez, you really pumped them up. It's been exciting to hear that.
You need to send this to Clemmer.
Come on, Clem.
Off the back of that, mate, I'm going to tip the Raiders.
Damn it. Sorry, Raiders too.
Sorry, Flano.
Sorry, Raiders, because I do like it. Sorry, Fogarty. Sorry.
All right, then we wrap up Saturday night at Brookie Oval, 4 Pines Park for the Got You for Life Cup with Manly taking on the Roosters.
Shout out to Gussie, eh?
Yeah,
Woodsy.
well, this is actually my Woodsy backer as well.
Yeah.
And Gussie Warland, great mate of mine. Last year, I had a bet with him on this game. I had to get a tattoo on my ass of his best mate, Hugh Jackman. No bets this year. But this game is going to be a beauty. I personally think if Roosters or Manly lose this, they're probably out of the 8. I think.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt me, but I reckon what you're going to get, what you're going to like, brother, I'm going to have Manly minus the start. And the stats, mate, geez, they've come good with me here. Tolu Kola is on a 6-try scoring streak at 4 Pines Park. And I reckon he's going to make it 7. So I'm going to have him as anytime try scorer.
Is he on the bench or is starting?
Tolu Kola is starting.
Okay, cool.
Then James Tedesco, he's faced Manly on 3 occasions last season. He scored a try in each match. He scored a double in the semi. And I'm going to go Teddy as anytime try scorer. Thanks to stats, mate. So I'm going to have Manly minus the start. So Manly to win.
Good on
into
you.
Kola and Tedesco anytime try scorers.
Yes, if Kola scores, Oscar will be very happy. That game.
That's why I tipped him, because I know your little fella loves him.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. But I know last year when we played them that semi-final, and they
The first 3 tackles stuffed us. Gorski's.
smoked us. That was when Jake got knocked out at the end.
And Jake got knocked out, and Tolu.
Oh, God.
Tolu first one of the game, and then Jake third.
Do I want us to win, or do I want us to just lose and get it over with?
Saturday night, expected to be very wet as well too.
Mate.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, we're meant to get about 7 days of rain in Sydney, so all the Sydney games are going to be very
There's
wet.
also a really big game of Union on.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Good
See,
shout.
You know what the one takeaway from the union was? The referees are no good in that sport too.
Exactly.
When are they going to AI these referees?
Oh, mate. And their referees are worse than ours.
Woodsy, what's it like playing at Brookie Oval in the wet on a Saturday night? Like, we know we love the Sunday
As a home
arvos.
team, Renee, it is the best because the away sides are like, oh, got to go to this crap park, which it's got a persona like it's a crap field. It's actually beautiful now.
Yeah.
The sheds, well, the home sheds are sensational.
Yeah.
The away sheds, I can hardly fit my head in when I walk in there. So it's sort of like, get that in there, you get in here, we're pushing you to the side. As a Manly player, when I've played there, and I know blokes like Jakey, Tom, the local juniors, they just thrive off it. They love it. But yeah, the other sides, the away teams, they sort of get there and they're a bit like, not they're intimidated, but it's like, oh, mate, we're playing here. You park the bus out the back on all the gravel. No. It's not the best.
Parking on the gravel.
It's
how
not like, no, but it's not like
disgusting.
you're coming in underneath the
It's no
stadium.
Allegiant. It's no Allegiant Stadium.
No, it's where you got to go through the buzzers before you even get in. But it does throw teams off a little bit. So, But then, on the other hand, teams can enjoy that type of game because they don't get it often.
They get heckled on the way in.
Yeah.
Not by me.
No.
The best is, where you walk out, so as you come out of the sheds, there's the gate, the tunnel, you can slide it across or they shut it across.
The cage.
When you're away, so when I played there, they're just Manly fans are just banging on
that used
the
to be the best thing
on
when
the
I was
plastic.
a kid.
But when you're the home team, it was so much fun. They're like, yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Will you be on the hill in the wet?
I won't be there.
No.
Unfortunately, I'm
Can I give a little shout out?
Yeah.
It's me good little mate's 250th game this week. Luke Brooks.
Good on you,
yes.
Brooksy.
Mate, pumped for him. Obviously, come over from the Tigers. Mate, played his first semi-finals last year with the great Manly Seagulls club, and hopefully goes out there, kills it, and the boys really lift for him.
You're gutted because you're not presenting the jersey.
Yeah, so I got asked to do it, but
I heard they were getting him a pizza oven to go with his.
No,
barbecue.
I was gonna take a George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford the
Just a
pizza.
sandwich present.
Yeah.
The Kmart one that you can put in the microwave.
Good on you, Brooksy.
Sorry, Brooksy, I know you're
Good
not
on you,
for it,
mate.
All right. Well, congratulations, Brooksy. All right. Sunday, we've got 2 games. West Tigers taking on the Bulldogs.
Oh, geez, that's the Lachlan Galvin Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Is that at
so-
Combank?
Oh, really? You know what?
Yes,
I'd
it
love
is.
to see, and it'd be
I'm
awesome.
working out there.
It'd be awesome for us in the media, is if, like, say, Appy or Jerome or Terrell May or Taruva just give him a little bit of a shoulder, and it's like a little push and shove, like nothing in it, but like it'll just give us something to talk about.
Yeah, I
You're
reckon
begging
they'll
for it.
target him for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I would target him for sure.
Jerome
Obviously.
Luai's going to target him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Mate, as if you wouldn't.
I know.
Every time he kicks the ball, I'd be making sure he gets tackled and put on the ground.
Yeah.
Well,
Even the first one, like I'd give a penalty away.
don't you reckon the Galvin's going to have the last laugh in this
I
game?
reckon
Don't you think
like-
Bulldogs are just absolutely going to
And
put
mate,
points
he
on?
like 42 points against the Manly side. They looked good last week, and they're only building. Serrato's got all the faith in him.
We looked
Yeah.
shit though. We were crap.
They didn't let us. They didn't let Manly be good.
No, exactly.
That's the difference.
There was a couple of instances there where we were like,
Can I say
held up and
What
stuff,
about when
yeah.
you watch them? Like, how hard did the Bulldogs' defensive line?
Oh
move?
yeah.
It's so good to watch live.
There was 2 opportunities there for Toku Kola to go in, and it was any other team he goes in, but one turns into 2 defenders, turns into 8 defenders, and all of a sudden he's in the first row of the stands, and it's like, what the heck?
That's what I want to say to the fans. You got to go to a Bulldogs game, and you've got to watch how hard and fast the defensive line moves together.
We were right
I've never
behind
seen anything like it.
Yeah.
We were the first
Great system.
It was the second half. Anyway, we were behind them at one point, and they just, man, they're like their defense is well oiled.
They're like a pack of dogs.
Yeah.
I know they are the Bulldogs.
I was like,
They're honestly like a pack of
Serrano
dogs.
gets the whistle out, they all go.
As a footy, like a footy track, I love watching that. Like defensively, you love going to games just to watch them.
Yeah,
do
as a
that.
junior team, you want to show. You want to be like showcase that.
Big time.
In fights I've had before, there was one in particular. I remember fighting a girl who ended up going on to the Olympics and Com Games, and she hit me with some of the punches where I kind of sat back in awe, going, "Oh my god, how did you just do that?"
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That was epic. Like, and it's really bad because then you get punched again. But is it ever like that as a footballer on a field where you're just like, wow, like that was incredible for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ash was
Like I know.
uh-huh.
Yeah, man, I know.
But is there ever a moment,
It
like,
is,
although
it
you
is.
get frustrated and they've got one over
The
you,
worst
but
is
when
when
you're like,
you've practiced all week, you've had little shots that you want to prepare for games, and you just see them. They just keep defending you away. You know, like the Melbourne side, 2017, I think that was like one of the most clinical teams I've ever seen. They won the competition easy. They beat the Cowboys in the grand final. You just could not crack them. They were so hard. Like a sign of a good side when everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
And that's what I say about the Bulldogs defense. Like, if one guy just falls out of the system just that one bit, the next guy covers. They know each other. They got each other's backs. And just, like, you watch William kick out, how hard he kick chases.
Yeah.
And the amount of pressure he puts on halves. Like, I would hate to be a half kicking against him. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, the effort he goes in. Like, I know he's a big body. He comes up with some good tries. But you got to watch his defensive work he does off the ball.
yeah.
Crazy.
So you guys haven't actually given me a pick for
Oh,
that.
dogs.
Dogs? Yeah, okay, cool. Sharks Cowboys finish up at round 22.
I'll go first because you can talk about your mate later on. I think Sharks win this. Obviously, the Cowboys are coming off a win which they needed. You know, they just need to find a way. I do like Jake Clifford back in the side. I think his kicking game will help Dearden. Dearden doesn't have the biggest of kicks, where Clifford has a massive boot, and he just competes hard. And it just gives that extra option for Dearden there. But I just think the Sharks, they've got too much in them.
Okay.
They're a side, they're hard to get a read on, but when they get it right, they can mix it with anyone in the competition.
I think Dearden's going to outclass them.
Really?
Yeah, I
You
reckon
just
they
dislike the Sharks.
And two
that too.
milestones. Dearden 100
Yep.
for the Cowboys, and obviously you've got 300 for Bateman.
Yep, they've got this young debut guy coming on. Clifford signed for another year. It's all good news stories, and I think Dearden's going to come outclass them, beat them just.
Just
So small.
big game for
I hope
Drinkwater.
it's a massive win, but yeah.
I think the conditions might help the Sharks because they love it. But
They
then,
love the wet.
how much Tommy Dearden scores a try, show and go in the rain?
Do I know how many times?
Do you reckon?
Do you reckon he
Anytime
does?
try scorer?
Under
Point
the
spec,
six.
get on, I reckon. Special.
Where like midway between the sticks and the corner post, right in the middle there. you
Just
think?
boom, he'll get
Off-
someone.
off the foot.
You know it's coming, but it'll just keep coming.
All right, you're going Sharks, you're going
Yeah,
Cowboys.
why not?
Hey, PointsBet have given us another challenge,
yeah.
which we've all stood up for. We basically had to do, it was the exact final four. So you can actually head to the PointsBet app, check out who we've followed in. But Ash, you've gone in order from first to fourth, how they'll finish. Raiders, Bulldogs, Storm, Panthers. Woodsy has gone Raiders, Storm, Bulldogs, Panthers. And I wanted to mix things up. I've gone Raiders, Storm, Bulldogs, Warriors.
Wow.
So Ashes is paying $6.50. So is Woodsy, and mine's coming in at $6.
Wow.
How is yours coming so less?
Because
Warriors are currently in there.
Warriors got the points on the boards already.
Yeah, so when I first put it in, I saw what you guys had done, and I was like, oh, maybe I need to mix it up a bit. And I actually put Panthers in at third and Bulldogs at fourth, and it was paying $17. So if you do want to throw that one in there, but 6 rounds left, 3 games for Penrith are against top 3 teams. So they've got Raiders, Dogs, and Storm. Warriors only play one team in the top 8 in the next 6 games. So they do face the Titans again, which should be a walkover, but the Titans obviously got a win over them in New Zealand last week. They're currently 3 points behind the Warriors on the ladder, Penrith. So assuming Penrith win all their last 6 games and the Warriors basically can still afford to drop one, they should still finish in that top 4.
I see him dropping more than one.
I mean, I know, as I said, they're lower.
They
They've
really
got
did need to
injury
win.
ridden. They are, but I just think.
You forgot about Taty's top 4.
Oh,
Well,
he said
yeah, he did say that.
Raiders, Dogs, Storm, Broncos.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, we'll have to get the marker on that because and I'm unaware of that. But you can follow us all in. I just think I think
No,
Warriors.
you
are
make
gonna
a fair
struggle.
point. They've got the runs on the board already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I reckon Panthers win 2 out of those 3, the last 3.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah.
You did pick the Titans to beat them as well the other day.
I did.
Who?
Beat the Warriors the other day.
I didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did, yeah.
I didn't.
And you guys laughed at me.
We
No,
did.
I
Told you,
took
Des
the
is
Warriors.
following the game. The boys will be up for it. Like Manly beating Melbourne.
All right.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
make a
You did
bold,
pick that
bold,
too.
bold statement? Who is going to be the upset this week?
This
Which game's
weekend.
going to be the biggest upset?
This weekend's upset for me will be, you know the Dolphins aren't favourites?
Are they not?
No.
Okay. So
I'm going to
that's
go
your
Dolphins.
upset.
The Dolphins are like $2.10 with PointsBet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. I went the Dragons.
But that's an upset. But that's an
Yeah.
upset.
It is an upset, technically.
An upset.
It is.
I would have
Yeah.
gone, I'm pretty sure I said bold upset, but that's
Bold,
cool.
yeah. That was
Bold. So you're going bold.
I'm going bold. I'm
Ash
going
is going
Dragons
bold.
and the Cowboys to both upset.
Okay. A duel.
A duel.
Duel upset.
He'll rinse me later. He'll rinse me.
All right. Well, that is our final episode, or final segment for round 22. Final episode.
it's not our
We're
final
not
episode.
done yet.
I love our Wednesdays.
Yeah, we've got loads left. Thank you so much for joining us again. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, comment on all our social media as well too. Let us know who you think is the top 4 and which order they're going to finish in as well too for the 2025 Premiership. Thanks for joining us, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
See
boss.
you later.
See you next week.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.